Welcome to Rant of Chardiet. And just back from touring, was like just like a hop. Flew up to Edmonton, Alberta in Canada, and played at the River City Revival House, and then with Vic Ruggiero and Jory Kinjo, and then we had like the 6 hour like fucking super sketchy, scary ass drive down to Calgary through the snow. It was a blizzard. Never seen so many crashed cars in my life. We made it thanks to Jory. He used to be a Zamboni driver at a hockey rink, so he's good on the snow. But we saw so many crashes. I thought man, that's Canada. That's a cold country. And they were crashing like motherfuckers. And just unbelievable. Vic comes in straight off the plane, just picks up his guitar. We start playing. We have a good rehearsal. Next night we play. Place was packed all night. There was a big, more famous Canadian band playing upstairs, and at the end of their show, they came down. A couple of them joined us on stage, and we had a great time. We played. The audience wouldn't let us stop. Then we had to drive down to Calgary, and this is the difference between New York and Canada. The show was sold out at $25 Canadian, which is probably like about $17 US or something. Was sold out. All right, place was packed. We haven't really, due to the fucking stupid ass fucking COVID, we haven't played Canada in 3 years. So people all came out and supported. I sold all my merch. I came back with nothing. Gave out all my posters, hopefully made a couple of new fans. And came back to New York, 4-hour flight and 3 hours on the trains getting back. So from Newark. So it was a great tour. Vic is great. Jory is great. What a band. That was a blast. But I come back to New York and it's like, look, I was born here. All right. I was born here. I've lived like 90% of my life here. I've lived a few other places for short amounts of time, but I lived in this place basically my whole life. In this, like Jimmy Breslin says, in this city that I love and hate equally. And I got to tell you, the live music scene has never been shittier for me. Maybe it's good for somebody else, but for me, it's never been shittier. There's less places and they're more snobby and everybody's stuck up and they don't pay you. I have to go on this format, Rant to Shardy. I got to go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, then send out texts and a mailing list and word of mouth to get 10 people to go out to one of my shows. 10 people, okay? I got to take my amp and my guitar and load them on a hand truck and drag them into the city up and down the stairs to play for 10 people for tips. I mean, and I come back to this place and it's just like, I got to tell you the truth. I got my spots in the summer out here in Rockaway. I got my 4 little spots I play, 5 spots I play out here. 4 of them are only in the summer. And aside from that, that's going okay for me in the summer out here. Like I got my little spot out here to play jazz guitar, but I'm fucking fed up. I come back to find out that I had a show playing bass, okay, as a session guy with another band. And the show got canceled because some big band that's big on TikTok, some band that's on fucking TikTok or something, uh, they wanted to add a third night, so we got canceled, and the whole thing it's just fucking bullshit. It's like fuck TikTok, fucking blood clot. I don't need no fucking TikTok, you know. Uh, Another place I played there for 20 years, and then I was through some shit up there. This bartender ripped the band off a couple times. I went there in the rain or whatever, 2 trains and a bus with all my gear, like, you know, eh, to play there. And we wound up making almost nothing because the bartender was skimming our tip jar. Finally I reported the bartender, the owner of the bar. She got fired. I'm glad she got fired, that piece of shit. But then we maybe played the place a couple of times more, and they just stopped taking my calls. You know, they stopped. They have music now, but it's all like, you know, hipster fucking beard bands and shit. Like they don't. They just blew me off. You know, it's like I played a couple of benefits for this place, Sonny's Bar. I don't expect anything in return, but Sonny passed away. Sonny was a very nice man, but you know, I don't appreciate being fucking just thrown into the fucking garbage. All right? I really don't. You know, I served them for 20 years. I think I made them a few bucks, you know? And this other place, Arlene's Grocery, I never really wanted to play there because you got to sell tickets. You got to sell 50 tickets, and all the money from the first 50 tickets goes to them. But it was like, hey, the band leader's paying me. I don't care. But then that got canceled on me. But then I go to Canada, and I get treated like a musician that people actually want to listen to. I get treated like a musician that people actually enjoy my music, want to hear it, and feel that I have something to offer. And I actually made really good money. Enough money that this fucking Arlene thing, I have been holding this in for too fucking long. I'm letting it out. Fuck these places. Right now, you know, I can't. Right now, if I never played New York City outside of Rockaway again, it would be too soon. I got a couple of shows coming up. I'm playing at the Main Drag Music Store. I don't really expect to make any money or anything. I'm just doing it to get together with all my friends after this fucking stupid COVID goddamn fucking epidemic. But I got to tell you, you know, you're going to take a guy like me that practiced his whole life. I'm actually from here. I think I'm a pretty good representation of like real New York and real New York music. And you guys just want to like treat me like shit. So it's like, fuck you. That's the way I feel about all these places. I saw that other guy, Trigger, with the fucking the cultural appropriation Vietnam rice paddy hat, and he told me that he goes to Thailand and has sex with 12-year-old girls. So fuck him. He's a fucking pedophile. I don't care what anybody thinks of what I'm telling you. I'm naming names. I've had it. I've snapped. Okay? I've snapped. All right? I was born here. I've been here longer than anybody. Not that that gives me any special privileges and you should kiss my ass, but, you know, I remember we used to play these places, and it's not like we were getting rich, but like even many years ago, it's embarrassing for me to say how many years ago because it makes me sound old, but like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, even up to like 15 years ago, we play these places that, okay, they pay us $250, $350. Maybe also we had a tip jar. It wasn't like we were getting rich, but we got to play our music. Nobody fucked with us. Now, late stage neoliberal capitalism has sucked up so many resources. The rents are so high. Everything goes to the landlords and the banks and the foreign fucking investors. You know, you think I care about TikTok? That shit is from China. Man, I got nothing against Chinese people. the Chinese people I see on the street or in my neighborhood or where I go anywhere. I have nothing against Russian people, the Russian people I see on the boardwalk in my neighborhood, whatever. They're fine with me. But fuck those governments. They're even they're even worse than the governments we have here. Can you imagine? But they suck. So like, you know, some fucking communist commie ass thing like TikTok, they're taking me over. And I could go to Canada and just get treated like a musician, and people come up and talk to me and they buy my records. Look, you know, I'm very accessible. You could, you know, but I'm sick of this. I'm sick of doing all this fucking work. And I also blame it's like, if you don't want to hear my music, if you hate me, if you don't love me, if you don't care about me, okay, fine. Go fuck yourself. I don't care about you either. But don't hit the like button, act like you're my friend, and then not try to support me or support some other band or what other band. You know, we're musicians. If we don't have somebody to listen to us, then we perish. So maybe nobody does care about me. You know, fine. I play for myself. You see this? I paid for this with my fucking work. I'm gonna work the rest of my life till I drop dead. But I know there's other places like Canada or Europe that I can go to where I don't get treated like shit and I'm not forgotten. In New York, I'm fucking forgotten. And I remember that because I remember Johnny Thunders, who disliked me. John did not like me, okay? But I remember at the time of Johnny Thunders' death, he was forgotten. Nobody gave a fuck about him. All right, it was 1991. What was big? Nirvana or like, you know, grunge, and people didn't care about Thunders. We were playing his songs, you know, and nobody remembered him. It was like, so I've been forgotten in this city. That I'll tell you, I'm gonna go play Main Drag. I might play Autos again. It's just such. I have Autos. You know, they're very nice people. They're nice to me. I just go there and play for the hat only. I'm lugging my shit on the train. I can't do it all the time. The last time I did it, I got home. I was exhausted and depressed. And in the middle of the night, all my vertebrae went crack, 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 all the way up. Like, it's tough on me, you know. This Simon tour bus thing, I've been doing it for years. But I'm going to be 64 pretty soon. I'm still doing a fucking tour bus. So what's wrong with this picture? I also remember when I was able to afford to have some kind of jalopy vehicle and have somewhere to park it and get to and have somewhere to park in the street and get to gigs at. See, everything is so, it's just, New York has changed. It's like Switzerland or Singapore or something. It's all big money, big bucks, big buildings. You know, it's like I'm from here, so I could say this, fuck you. Just, I mean it, all right? I mean it, like, just fuck you. I wanted to crystallize everything because I put something up on Facebook and I'm not backing down. I hate Tom Petty, so don't quote that Tom Petty song. I won't back. I hate Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, the Eagles, all that shit. I can't stand that shit. See, I can't stand any of that shit. You know who I like? I like me. I like my music and I like my friends' music. You know, even if nobody else does. So if nobody told you they love you today, I love you. And if you don't like my music or you're going to go around talking shit about me, please go ahead. I want to hear the worst things you have to say about me, motherfucker. All right? And I can't get out of New York again fast enough. Fuck this fucking place. How's that for a fucking rant? You like that? Mwah, love you.